Wanna give her anime eyes like Tylee. Nothing, she just threw the house down to debris. The only time I fuck you when she's fucking with me. And then she say she capping and her word is decreased.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Intervals Interviews. My name is Nicholas, and I'm here today with Tyler from Pretty Havoc. So, Tyler, if you could please describe your sound to any first-time listener and the first song that anybody should listen to by Pretty Havoc.
I would say it's definitely alternative. I would say there's a lot of hip hop influence into it. I would like to imagine kind of like the 2000s pop punk and emo bands if they formed in 2020. And I'd say if you want to check out my stuff, the first song you should listen to is Goddess. I would say
Yeah,
check that song out.
I love that song too. That's a great song. So,
Thanks, man.
I want to talk about how you first got into music. Did it start from childhood? Where did it all first kick off for you in terms of wanting to play music and write music?
So I don't know, man. Like it's such a tough thing, but I feel like I've loved music like, for as long as I can remember. Um, I would say that what really started it though was when I was about 13. I got my first guitar and I started to really like love all the bands I was listening to, and I started trying to sing and I wanted to write some songs. And so I picked it up again and I started practicing. And long story short, I was in a bunch of bands.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, in terms of the way you write your music now, who would you say some of the biggest influences? Like you mentioned, you listen to a lot of 2000s, like
Yeah,
emo
I'm
punk,
definitely
whatever.
a scene
So,
kid at heart. Well, the first off, I'm obviously wearing a Blink shirt. I think when I was about 12 or 13, it was definitely the first record I ever got was Take Off My Pants and Jacket. I listened to it front to back and I friggin' loved it. And I thought, like, wow, I want to be in a band. But I would say modern influences, I would say someone I'm really into is Aries. I'm also really into for that same kind of genre. I think it's kind of like hyper pop, anti pop, that kind of thing.
yeah, yeah.
Break-ins. I don't know if you
Oh,
heard of them.
nice. I have to check these. I have to check these two out. So,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they're awesome. They're super creative, and I just admire it. To me, it's kind of like I feel nowadays everyone there's making music so easily accessible now.
that's very
You
true.
just get yourself Logic or whatever, dog, buy yourself a crappy mic, and you could rap or whatever.
Garage band if you're desperate.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
so, I feel like it's so condensed, and there are so many talented people in the world. So I really admire when there's some like artists who really try to be different,
that's awesome.
something
Yeah.
even as small as their beats alone, like the intro, you already know like whose song it is, like they don't have to give you like a rapper tag
Yeah.
or something.
Everybody gets their own unique sound somehow.
Yeah,
Exactly.
stuff like
I love
that.
that.
So I would say I listen to a lot of different things, man. Stuff that's old, stuff that's new,
All genres.
trying to incorporate it into what I'm trying to do, which is kind of like a very hard hitting, guitar driven, very like rock sounding instruments, but kind of sometimes there's some hip hop rhythms, but sometimes I do the traditional pop punk emo
Yeah.
thing.
You get the best of
Yeah,
all worlds like that.
exactly. But it's definitely all around just the rock genre.
Well, now when we're talking about your music, we know
Mhm.
Goddess is probably your most popular song. Is that safe to assume?
Yeah.
So, what was the process like seeing Goddess's numbers kind of rise up and blow up on Spotify? And you have so many listeners in different countries. So, how does it feel to have that sort of resonation with such a large audience?
I really appreciate anyone who even gives a minute their time to listen to my songs. But how Goddess kind of started was I kind of had this lyric idea for the chorus, and so I started writing it in my notes like one day in class, and I thought like, oh, this could be something cool. I went back to my room, grabbed my acoustic guitar, played some chords over it, found a progression that I really like. I sang the chorus over it, and I was like, "Oh, this can be like a bop. Like this could be really cool." And then so I started producing it with my bandmate at the time. So we started tabbing it out. Kind of talking about what I think that it could sound like, and so we started making it together, and kind of bouncing off ideas and making the song essentially what it is now. I wanted to kind of give it that old 2000s vibe. And actually, for Goddess, this was my first song of I would say the new style that I started doing.
Hmm.
Before that, if you heard any of my old stuff, dude, it was kind of like cheat codes, like you were
Like
telling me
cheat
earlier.
codes.
It was definitely very hip hop and R&B.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
think at that time I was starting out, I didn't really understand. I knew what I always liked, but I didn't really know how to dive into it. And everyone was making R&B and hip hop, and so I was kind of like, okay, yeah, like I'll try it out, and it was cool. I love the songs, and I appreciate anyone who likes them. But I just it didn't really feel very personal to me, and so it got
Sure.
us is the first song that was kind of our taking our music somewhere else, or taking the music somewhere else and doing something that I personally, truthfully, really loved and enjoyed. And so what happened was, how it started doing well was, very luckily, it got onto a couple editorials, which so what Spotify
Yeah,
editorials
of course.
are.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the holy grail of like music nowadays, or whatever they call it. It's kind of like the new radio, I would say. It's kind of like, you get your music on there, people check it out, people are interested. It's really tough to land on these things. So I've been very lucky, even for the smaller ones. So Goddess got into a playlist called Indie Shuffle. The first time seeing that, I was really hyped, for sure. I remember I woke
Yeah, I
up.
bet.
Yeah, I woke up. It was like 9 a.m. I like looked at my phone. I was like, "Oh shit, lit!" I was psyched. Yeah. So it kind of started out doing that, and so it started piling on streams. It's been about maybe a little bit over a year, and so now it has about 225,000 streams on it, which I'm very thankful for. You know.
That's amazing
So
for
yeah, that's
sure.
the story of it, I guess, of how it kind
That's
of.
that's awesome. Yeah, of course. So that's a big accomplishment in itself. And we know that you have more coming in 2021, hopefully. Are there any big plans you want to discuss? Maybe a new album or any new projects you're working on in 2021 that we can expect?
Now in 2021, I have a lot of songs lined up, definitely. And I even filmed a music video for a song that I would like to drop in the end of January.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sick.
so
Okay.
I hope to drop a single once a month, starting from January. Really want to give it my all. I really want to put my heart into it, and try to concentrate more on like the whole social media aspect of it that I kind of neglected before. I always kind of told myself like, oh, I just want to like focus on the music, but I know nowadays you definitely have to pay attention to everything.
Yeah,
It's no
exactly. If you want to be
longer.
successful, you got
Yeah,
to make sure that your social platform is on point. You got to make sure that Spotify's algorithm is taking in your music,
yeah.
all that stuff.
It's no longer like the 80s when you put it on, and then the
Exactly.
A&R guy's in the back and he's like, I'm gonna make you a star, kid. The
Typical
guy,
movie scene,
yeah.
yeah.
Nowadays you try your best to make it work for yourself, and I really hope that 2021 will be a good year for me. The song that's coming out, it's called "A Vampire Gave Me Stomach Aches." Very weird, I
I
know,
love that.
but it will make a lot of sense when it does drop.
Feels like a very pop, like not
Yeah.
pop, punky kind of title for a
Yeah, I
song.
would say a lot of my friends were saying it's kind of like Fall Out Boy. Do you
Fall
remember?
Out Boy,
Or
yeah.
like Panic at the Disco,
Panic, old
when they
old
used to
Panic.
when
When
they used
Panic
to
was
have them.
actually formed
Yeah,
as
they
a
used to
band,
have the
yeah.
ridiculously long titles that kind of had nothing to do with the song. But this
Exactly.
does have stuff to do with the song.
It's
It's
the
just kind
vibe.
of
It's the vibe you're going for. Exactly.
yeah, it's just kind of like an interesting take on it. I just thought it's kind of creative. I thought it was like, I don't know. I thought it rang true to song, so I kind of wanted it to be that. And I filmed the music video for it about a couple weeks ago. It's kind of
Nice.
currently being edited, and yeah, I really hope that the people will enjoy my new music and give it a chance. And it's definitely I definitely believe that it's some of the best that things that I've personally worked on and done, and I'm really excited to see how people react to it and see where it takes me.
That's sick, dude. Well, we're all excited to hear what you have coming out. I know
Thank you.
all of your fans will probably be stoked compared to 2020. 2021 is going to be a busy year for you, I'm assuming. So
I really
we're
hope so.
excited. We're
I need a
excited.
career. Yeah.
All right. Well, so to anybody who's listening, I really highly encourage you to go check out songs like Goddess and Cleopatra by this talented man over here.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler, this has been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for answering all these questions and for being a part of this.
Mhm.
We all, like, at least I, for myself, I could speak that I love your music, and I'm hoping to hear big things from you in 2021. So appreciate you coming out here. So is there anything else you'd like to say to anybody else?
No, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you even interviewing me, and I hope I really hope 2021 is a good year for everyone, including all my friends. I hope it's great for you, man, as well. So
Appreciate you, brother. All right. Thank you. Same likewise here. All right. So this has been Intervals Interviews with Tyler from Pretty Havoc. So thank you so much, Tyler, for this. This was a real pleasure.